We're at a crossroads. Do we value individualism so much that we're going to allow things like health pandemics and economic crises, homelessness, to cripple our societies, to suffocate our societies? Or are we going to take a look at ourselves and replace this rampant, toxic individualism with a new focus on collectivism, a new focus on, if you take care of your neighbor, if you take care of your friends, your family, if you even take care of your neighboring countries, that we're all sharing this resource called planet Earth. One of my favorite things ever, and I always call everyone's attention to it because it sobers me whenever I take a look at it. It allows me to step back, it allows me to get perspective. The pale blue dot, the picture taken of planet Earth in the early 90s, I believe, and I might have this wrong, and if I have it wrong, I'm going to put it up on the screen, I'm going to put up the right information because it's important for me that you always get the right information from me. I believe it was taken by the starship Voyager. And I love bringing this up because there are a lot of people who know what the pale blue dot is, but there's so many people who don't. And I think this is so necessary for everyone to get this perspective. And in the image, you see the vast expanse of the universe. And you see a beam of light. In that beam of light, if you zoom in to a corner of the image, you see a speck of blue in the beam of light. And that speck, that tiny, minuscule speck, is the planet Earth, where we live, us Homo sapiens, what we inhabit. This small pocket of the universe, Carl Sagan famously referred to this phenomenal image, one of the greatest images ever taken in the history of photography. And he talks about, and I'm going to paraphrase, I will throw up the real quote on the screen here, but he talks about, just imagine all of the wars, all of the fighting, all of the strife, the disagreements, the tribalism, all of that, all of those wars are taking place on this tiny speck of dust, in this beam of light, in this expanse of the universe. I think it's important for us to understand that we are, even though our lives are so significant, we feel them, we are living our lives. We've been given this amazing gift called extant human life. It's important for us to also realize that we are unbelievably insignificant. Perhaps it's best for us to tap into the realization that we have a duty to one another as fellow citizens, as families, as communities. We're not talking. We're in our different homes, in our different communities, in our different houses, looking at TVs and looking at computer screens and creating images and specters in our minds of what we imagine the other communities, the other peoples, the other quote-unquote races, what we imagine their motivations to be. We have to realize that we all want the same things. We all want to feel that we're contributing members of society. We all want financial freedom. We all want peace. And yes, there are some of us who are born and they want to see things burn. There's always going to be those people. And we have to deal with that and deal with those people. But by and large, we have to realize that we're all part of a human family. And we have to realize that quick because we have so many other things to worry about. We got a lot on our plates. We have an entire planet from an ecological, environmental perspective that is falling into disrepair because we don't think of ourselves as custodians of the shared resource that we all need to tap into to survive, to breathe. But these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, and I invite you in the comments below. What do you think about the path that we're on as a society? What does 2021 look like? When do we go back to normal? Does that even exist anymore? Or have we irreparably been changed and impacted as a society? As Alan Kay said, the best way to predict the future is to invent. Now we all have to become inventors. Now it's all on all of us and not just some of us.